Mommy, what's for supper?
Can't you see that I'm on the phone?
Hold it down, I just got home. Isn't it enough that I work all day?
At least you get a chance to get away. Dishes, diapers, dirty rags.
Bosses, bills, and nag.
Daddy.
Shut up, kids, you're in the way. I'm so mad I can slap your face.
Did I do something wrong?
Have you hugged your kid today?
You are indeed a leader.
The Morning Stream. Get your bleeping tentacle out of my face.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to TMS. It's the Morning Stream for Tuesday, February 18th, 2025. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian Ibbett.
Guten Tag, Scott.
Yes, I'm very okay, I think. Very
okay. Good. Yeah, good.
I didn't sleep very good. I haven't slept good for about 4 days, and I'm not sure why. Not sure what's going on there. Man, except, I got the tooth thing today, so they're putting the crown back on. I think that's
today.
That's
right.
a little in the back of my head. Colonoscopy in a couple of weeks. That's a little bit in the back of my head and other places in me. You know what I mean?
In the back of everything.
Yeah. Just a lot going on. A lot going on.
Yeah, I've been sleeping until 5 until this morning, until last night. And I woke up at 1, then I woke up at 3, and then I woke up at 4. And at 4, I just couldn't get back to sleep. I was up.
What'd you decide to do? Did you watch something? Did you get up? What'd you do?
I did. I watched a couple episodes of The Simpsons.
Nothing wrong with that. 4 a.m. Simpsons. Well, Wendy might say there's something wrong with it, but I get it. I do it.
Exactly.
I'm not here to judge at all because I do the same damn thing. I had the same problem last night. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, guess I'm reading my book. What else am I going to do?
Yeah.
So I did that. My eyes got all droopy, and I was like, all right, finally, sleep. It's coming, and it happens. And then, I don't know, about an hour later, woke up again. Before you know it, the freaking garbage man's out there banging everything. I may as well just drag my sorry ass out of bed. And I dressed like a hot dog today. Look at the mustard and ketchup motif.
Look at you. Yeah, exactly.
Decided to really go all in.
Some cartoon character that has that red and white combo, isn't there? Red jacket, yellow shirt.
Oh, is there? It sounds familiar now that you say it. I don't know who though.
Yeah.
Someone in the chat will certainly bark that out. But
yes.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We're at that stage of our lives where sleep is elusive and I don't know how else to
take it when you can get it. Your body tells you how much you need at that time, and then your brain says, "No, I think let me take over for a little while."
Yeah. Let me be in charge. I'm the captain now. It'll say
exactly. Yes.
Well, anyway, It's nice to see you all. Hope you're all well. Yeah. We have some great news. We have a winner. I know this is crazy. In fact, let me play some winner music. We have a winner to the TMS 30-Second Film Festival 2025. And very happy to be bringing you this winner and this name. It was a pretty close call between first and second, and even third. There were like kind of a close haul toward the end on this thing. But we have a clear winner after all the voting came in. And huge thanks again to everybody in our voting group. It was very nice for them to all do it. In fact, I can give them all credit real quick. We had Brian Dunaway, of course, me and Brian Ibbett here. Nicole Spag, Randy Deluxe, Red Fraggle, Straven, a.k.a. Tanner. TV's Travis was here, as well as Wicked Kitten. Big thanks to all of them for their votes and for their help in deciding our winner. And our winner, and if you're all wondering at home, hey, can I see these somewhere? Later today, all of these will be up on the Discord, and you'll be able to see them in full. So watch for that.
There'll be links to all of them.
Every single one, including our winner from Greg Hanshaw. Yay!
Yay! Congratulations, Greg.
That's right. He made something called Peace and Furt. And we'll be contacting Greg about the details of getting him his big prize package, his multi-source prize package. He'll get stuff from me and Brian and a few other sources. Our pal Travis has thrown some stuff in there. So that'll be coming to him real quick. And then just to give our top three some love, congrats to Amy Robinson for her second place performance and Tony Perez for a very close third. And huge thanks everybody for doing it. But we'll put that up so you guys can see it and see what the winner did. And congrats again to Greg for his fantastic work. I really thought he knocked it out of the park. I thought it was awesome.
Was great. It was a very clever subject, or a clever way to cover the subject.
Yeah, and I thought he had like cinematography in this thing.
Yeah.
He went outside.
There's a nice little jump that he makes at one point that cracked me up the second time I watched it.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like what he didn't phone this in. Not that any of you did, but he really didn't. Yeah. And it's awesome. So congrats again to him. Good job. Well done. Yes. May your accolades not change you, you know? Yeah.
People in the audience are demanding we play it live. Here's the problem with playing it live. It's very visual. So
extremely.
So the 100, however many there are of you, 200 there are of you in chat right now, would absolutely enjoy watching it and love it. But the 14,896 or whatever it is, I don't know. Let's just say 15,000 that are listening via audio later will just hear noises and it won't make any sense.
Yeah, it's not the best way to see it. So what I can do, you know what I'll do for funsies, I will give out, if I can pull it up here, I will give out the link now.
If you're going to give out the link, they're going to watch it while we're doing the show.
Well, that's true.
So if we're going to talk about something really boring for 30 seconds.
All right, let's do it. My mom, just kidding. She's not boring. I shouldn't say that. Well, anyway, but my point is, we will give it to you, just not yet. We'll give it to you later. Yeah. We'll pass it out.
Post show, we'll all watch it again together. Post show.
How's that? You know what? Perfect idea. Right after this ends, we watch it. Right, boom, perfect. And then people who get the show in post with the unedited video version for Patreon, you'll get to see it. Mm-hmm. People here live will get to see it. All the audio people will be spared wondering what the hell we're talking about. How about that?
There you go. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And before we get off that subject, start thinking about, if you didn't submit one this time, don't worry. We want to try and do this a little bit sooner than the big gap that we had since the last time that we did this. So, maybe 3-4 months. Be thinking about an idea. Post Vegas, we'll do another 30-second film festival, or I guess it'll be the 33rd film festival.
That's right.
And be thinking about your stuff right now. Maybe film some stuff in Vegas if you have an idea. If you're going to TMS Vegas,
I like that.
Plenty of opportunities there.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the idea. Is
or I guess we're saying that you might have an advantage if you guys do.
Maybe. Yeah. So we'll
see how it goes.
Try to announce something sooner, but
yeah, it's exciting stuff. Thank you all for participating. It was awesome doing that, and we'll look forward to doing it again. Got a message here, speaking of TMS Vegas, from Adam, who says, I feel like this question is one that I should know the answer to, as I listen every day, but have tickets gone on sale yet for TMS Vegas? I have never been, but I'm planning on attending this year, and now I'm worried they're already sold out a long time ago, LOL. Well, Adam, good news. No. You would have definitely heard if tickets were up and gone. They will be up soon, though. I can promise you that. I can't give you an exact date, but it's going to be soon. I'm waiting for a couple of swag issues and some cost breakdowns and some other stuff. As soon as that happens, it's go time. But it's full speed ahead on, certainly on Brian's side and everybody else's side on planning and everything going on there. Like, we're going, but tickets aren't up yet, and they will be soon. So watch for that. We'll mention it. We will for sure say it on the show. I can promise you. We'll make a big whoop-de-doo on the show. It will be so annoying to you that you'll buy tickets so quickly that you'll be like, all right, now never talk about it again. That's how annoying
Please
it'll be.
Stop talking about tickets. My gosh.
Yeah. But also it's smart to keep your eye on tms.vegas because that is where this will all be. So if you're like, well, I missed today's show, but I'll go check the site. That's never a bad thing. Go check the site and see if they're up because they will show up there as well.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll even put something big up top that says tickets now on sale because I hardly ever change. Once we lock in like the plans and stuff like that, I hardly ever change anything on the site. As Zoe pointed out, Brian, it still says hotel information coming soon, even though the code is an inch below that.
Oh, oops.
So I had like hotel information or hotel code coming soon, and then right below it said, use the group code STMC25.
Yeah, freaking dude. There's so much stuff. Like I was just going through the website yesterday, just show stuff, different show pages, and I have so many errors on there. It's just like.
I know,
you said it and forget it sometimes. We're busy. We got a lot going on.
Coverville.com does what it needs to do. Like it always has the most recent episode at the top, has a way to search the archives. There's like a cover song search function. So you can say, how many bands have covered Hurt by Nine Inch Nails? All that stuff is up there and works, but I have not done anything to actually improve the site in years because I'm doing other people's sites.
Off the top of your head, how many covers of Hurt are there, if you had to guess?
that I have, maybe 4.
Oh, that's actually,
Yeah.
that's probably about
That's
what I would expect.
That's a guess. And obviously the biggie is Johnny Cash. But let's take a look. Now that I've made my guess,
Yeah.
this is a fun little game.
Yeah.
How many actual covers, the actual number of covers Brian has in his library of the song Hurt? Allie Gertz, of course, on that great peeled back thing that came out last year.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Cecile Norby, Camille O'Sullivan, Johnny Cash, Unwoman, and 2 cellos, and Agile. That brings it to 7 covers of Hurt. I was low.
Wow.
Low in my estimation.
Still lower than, I wouldn't think this thing would ever be more than 10 good covers. Because at
Right.
some point, how much can you squeeze out of Hurt? That's a hard one to do.
And once Johnny Cash does it, you kind of
Yeah.
you kind of don't do it anymore. It's like get a little help from my friends. Once Joe Cocker did his, it's like, well, shoot.
Yeah, how do you compete with that?
How do I top that, or how do I do something that is more creative than that?
You move down the line and do Everybody Hurts from
There you go.
REM.
Yeah, by REM.
Yeah.
Sure.
Somebody call Michael Stipe.
Lots of covers of that. I would say 20 covers of Everybody Hurts is my guess. Should we find out?
Yeah, let's find out. Everybody Hurts by REM. Michael Stipe headlining up there on the mic. Bald head, stoked to tell the world about. Oh, that's me in the corner. That's the wrong song. But anyway.
Religion Lost. All right, let's see. 23, but 2 copies of the same version by a band called Bodies of Water. So that's 22. Is that the only?
That's a great
Oh,
name.
and then the original.
Yeah.
So that one doesn't count. So 21 versions?
That's not bad.
I guessed 20 and it was 21.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a duplicate by a very cool sounding name. What was it? Or band? What was the name?
Bodies of Water.
That's a great name. Love that.
It is a great name.
All right.
Oh, they have 2 different times on them. One's 6 minutes and 52 seconds. The other one's 6 minutes and 54. Which one do I keep?
Oh, shit.
It might be 2 extra seconds of space. It might be.
It could be important. It could be them at the end going, "Thanks, everybody. Good night," or something.
Yeah.
You never know.
Speaking of Joe Cocker, I have a version by Joe Cocker of Everybody Hurts.
Really?
Yeah. I have a version by Bonnie Tyler of Total Eclipse of the Heart fame.
Oh, I love her.
I have a version by Al Green of Take Me to the River, Drop Me in the Water. That guy.
Yeah. I like him.
Tangerine Dream did a cover of Everybody Hurts.
Tangerine Dream. Wait, hold on. That's the music for
Risky
movies and
Business.
stuff. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
Risky Business.
Yeah.
Sex on a Train, whatever it is. Paul Anka did a version.
Oh,
The
my
Meat
gosh.
Puppets.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, Paul Anka. Everybody hurts. Stop, stop, boop, boop, boop,
This should be Paul Anka and the Meat Puppets. They should get together.
Everybody hurts Paul Anka.
Yeah.
Is what it should be.
There you go. Well, that's great. As usual, a vast panoply of fantastic covers at Brian's
right.
fingertips. It's crazy.
Yes.
So you got birthday requests. There's no reason not to ask for a great cover. All right, everybody?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, quick thing from our old pal Jeff in Canada. Jeff Sire is his name. And we love hearing from him. He wrote in and said the following. This has a bit of a visual element, but I can describe it to our listeners only. He says, Scott and Brian, this is what I'm doing as I'm listening to Brian say, quote, as anyone knows who lives in a climate where they get a lot of snow, unquote, says Jeff. Yeah, Jeff's reminding us via this photo that they get a lot where they live, a whole lot of snow. And, although I've heard from multiple Canadians that they've had real light snow this year. Like as an overall winter, it's been kind of low levels.
Yeah.
But
that's such a tough, like that area right there, the blowing wind, blowing snow just collects in that corner. So it's not an accurate representation of how deep the rest of the snow around it is, because that's just like a drift.
Yeah.
But that does not look fun to have to dig yourself out of.
No, that seems like a nightmare. In fact, if it does
and
this
you can't
every
use this blower on that.
No, hell no. Well, you can try, but you're gonna have problems.
Yeah.
You're gonna end up down at the Home Depot looking for parts. So don't do that.
Because you can't take those down the stairs, sir.
Yeah, that's wild though.
Yeah.
A lot of snow there, and that doesn't look like I don't know, not good for your back, Jeff. You're like our age. Take it easy, dude. Take it easy. Although he was in the Navy or something. He'll be fine. He's all right.
He's fine.
He's like a tough guy. rides a
It's a
motorcycle.
drill. Consider it a drill, dude. You're doing a snow drill.
Yeah, get out there. Okay. Sorry if it's so deep. So sorry to hear about it. Hear about it.
Pretend it's some icing on a Tim Tam. No, what are the Tim Hortons? What are the Timbits?
Timbits. There you go. Timbits.
Yeah, pretend it's icing on a Timbit.
Tim Tams are those Australian things, right? We had those here.
I was going to pretend I didn't know the difference between Tim Tams and Timbits in hopes that people would send me each so that I'd understand.
I
but
see.
Should we play it up like, aren't Tim Tams and Timbits the same thing, Scott?
You know, what's the difference between frozen crab, like king crab, and ribeye steaks? I just don't know.
Right, I don't know. Aren't they the same thing? Yeah.
Boy, you guys will have to really correct us. Really get down to the bottom of it for us. We'd appreciate it.
Yeah, go visit Omaha Steaks and maybe see if they can help sort this out.
I'm just gonna say, not for any reason of trying or attempting to but I have not had a steak in so long that just talking about a steak sounds so effing good right now.
What's wrong? I mean, obviously you it's protein. It's better for you than having.
I'm definitely not avoiding it. I just haven't had one.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while for me too.
I don't know what the deal is.
Sushi for the first time, and I was telling Tina, like, Saturday night, we're like, let's go out and get something. She's like, what do you move for? I'm like, I haven't had sushi in forever, and I was trying to remember the last time I actually had sushi, and I couldn't remember where I'd had sushi the last time, which is bad.
That is.
I should be able to say, oh yeah, it was about 3 weeks ago at such and such place.
That means it's been a while. Yeah.
It was 2024 last time I had sushi. So I had just had a big old sashimi plate. No rice. Just give me the sashimi.
Yeah. It was good stuff though. Good place. Good selection.
So good.
Yeah.
We got a place by us called Mika, and their pieces of sashimi are, they're so thick you can't see through them. Like that 3D print I showed you earlier. Like it is some big fat pieces of sashimi.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Haven't had that either in a long time. I don't know what my deal is, but I'm usually like 5-6 times a year kind of steak guy. Just haven't had one. So see if we can't fix that in the next couple of days.
Let's fix that in the next few days. I like that idea.
One final thing. There's a new way to submit your calls to the show. So long and the short of it is, there is a listener of mostly the Instance and Core. I'm not sure they've heard TMS or not, but TMS turns out to be like the perfect place for this to be used. So that's why I'm so excited about it. But he reaches out to me and says, hey, longtime listener of the Instance and been listening to Core. And I always notice that your voice calls are kind of crappy. They just sound like, bad phone calls from inside cars and stuff. And he's right. They are. They're terrible. But they're kind of what we have, right? It's not we don't have a lot. We're not picky because it's what we have. And he says he's a developer and was inspired to create a better way for podcasters to take calls. So what he did is built this service called voiceline.app. And specifically, you guys are going to want to have this in your heads, voiceline.app/TMS. It will take you, no matter if you're on your phone, just, mobile browser to desktop, doesn't matter where you're at. You go there, it will just use your microphone on your phone or your mic on your PC or your Mac or whatever, and it will send voicemails that way instead of you having to do a phone call. It costs you nothing. Super, super simple. You literally just go there, hit record, send, done. They can be anonymous if you want. You can put more info there if you want. I basically have a place for every show now that just collects these, and throughout the week you go and pull them down, and they sound amazing.
Cool.
And I want people to start using
instead of using your mic and then sending it through horrible phone lines, it's just using your mic.
Yep. There's no phone involved other than, you can still record with your phone. But if you're like, hey, that's great because I want to do desktop stuff more, that's true too. Works on anything, tablet, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Is there a time limit?
Nope. You can do as long as you want. Bummer. Unlimited stuff. I'm still not going to put on 3-minute calls.
Obviously, yeah. Well, if you ramble on, ramble on.
And he's also got automatic. He's got automatic transcription on these, so I'll be able to see very quickly what you're saying. Mm-hmm. So if somebody,
that's cool.
Yeah, I don't have to take all this time to go listen to it first. So I'll see at a glance what was said, and if it's like 400 miles long, probably not going to make it on the show. Might make it at the end of the show. We might put it in post or something.
Sure.
But
does that mean you're the person that you had vetting your phone calls is not going to be doing? Are they still going to be doing these?
No, these will probably come directly through me because it's a whole different thing. I haven't thought that far ahead. But the text line's going to stick around it will still do voicemails if people really want to.
Sure.
But if you want to use it for text, the 801-471-0462 number will stay in perpetuity. We're not moving that out because people like texting. They're fans of it, and that's great. We're happy to keep doing that. But this is just if you want to be voice on the show, voiceline.app/TMS. Okay,
that's really cool. I'm looking at it right now. How easy.
Yeah, it's very cool. And let me set up multiple shows. I'm going to tell all our podcaster friends about this because it's pretty awesome. And it's just this guy's like awesome project, and this is not a paid endorsement. I was just impressed, and I just got it last night. This is like a very overnight thing, but I liked it so much, and I had been looking for this. I've been scouring the internet for a solution like this for months, and I can't find anything good or that isn't tied to some other crap I don't want or whatever.
Yeah.
This just simply does this thing, and it does it really well. It's super clean and easy. So again, voiceline.app/TMS. It's as simple as that. And then you'll hear me bring it up here and there when we get messages, and I'll remind people how to contact us. And every show's got something like this. So there's a /core/play retro/filmsack/ whatever. So we keep it nice and cool. There's even a General Frog Pants one for those who are just feeling saucy,
I don't know where this belongs. Put it wherever it fits, please.
Yeah, we'll take it however we get it.
Yes.
All right, there's that. Let's get to some news because we have some. It's time for the news, and it's brought to you by
Cold Soup Nacho.
All right, you tell me if this is weird.
So far, those three words together, I'd say yes, but I'll hear you out. Kim made
amazing her own recipe, homemade broccoli, cream of broccoli, or no, not cream. It's a thicker broccoli soup.
Like broccoli cheese soup?
There you go. Broccoli cheddar is the word I'm looking for. There you go.
Broccoli cheddar, okay.
Couldn't remember the damn cheese. She made her own, and it was very, very good. And we've had this container jar thing of it for what's left, and we've been eating it slowly over time, just leftovers, whatever. And yesterday I got this idea. I saw it in the fridge there, and I went, I got to hurry and eat something. I needed something quick because I had a meeting. It's like, what if I could just pour a little of that in a bowl and treat it like a little bowl of salsa,
Queso, sure, yeah.
Now you would think,
with the broccoli still in it, though.
Yeah, with the broccoli still in it. It's not huge chunks, but bits.
Big florets, they've been chopped down.
Yeah, they're all chopped down to make it more soupish. And heating it up would have been the optimal way to do it, and I could have. It wouldn't have been a problem because a warm broccoli soup and some good crispy corn-based chippage. That sounds like an okay thing to be eaten. That doesn't sound bad.
It does. Yeah.
But if you do it just fridge cold, it's a little gelatinous and weird.
Yeah.
But I did it. And you know what? I don't regret it. I enjoyed it. I'm not saying I'd recommend others do this. If you have that soup, I'd say just warm that up and be normal. But that's how I ate it. And it was all right. It was good.
All right. Okay. All right.
I don't want to tell anybody how to eat.
Sounds great to me, actually.
Does it? Okay, good. It's the cold. It's the cold part versus the hot part that's the only real issue, right? The rest of it's fine.
I think people a little too precious with things that they feel needs to be hot. Yeah. Pizza the next day does not need to be heated up.
Agreed.
Yeah. Pastas do. Pasta, for your pastas, you gotta reheat.
Yeah,
you can't do those.
Can you imagine like a cold fettuccine?
I've tried cold spaghetti before, and it didn't make me happy.
That's awful.
Yeah, because it's basically a big clump of. Now, pasta salad, Caducey points out, different animal.
Different deal.
It's the marinara and the Alfredo. Those you can't do cold.
I agree.
What else? What's another thing? Just fine cold.
Sushi. That's a good one.
Hard one to disagree with since you kind of want it, on the cooler side anyway.
Yeah. Chili.
Fried chicken. Yeah. Good cold.
I like it. I like you know what I like? Leftover wings, even like buffalo wings cold.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Chili, do not eat cold. It gets like an orange.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The grease layer on the top.
Yeah, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself.
Gazpacho soup, absolutely. Can't argue with that.
Yeah, I think gazpacho probably is best cold. Is my thinking.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever tried to heat gazpacho just to see what it would taste like, what heated gazpacho would taste like.
Somebody's probably done that, but I'm
sure somebody has and said, "Oh wow, it tastes like warm salsa."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like a salsa. You're right. Yeah, I don't want to do. I'm not even that big of a gazpacho fan. At the right restaurant in the right setting, I'm down. But it's not really something I
love
make.
gazpacho, and you literally cannot put too much cilantro in my gazpacho. I know a lot of people don't care for gazpacho, don't care for cilantro.
Yeah,
but as far as I'm concerned, I have not reached a point where I feel like, oh, this has a little too much cilantro on it.
So you're okay with you're okay with it in general, right? You're not
love cilantro.
Okay,
yeah,
you're one of those.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with it too. I don't think I don't like cilantro. I just don't think about it that often. But I think it's fine when I have it. My daughter and I think my wife think it tastes like soap. So they're one of those people.
Yeah. It's a weird thing. Some people really just can't do the flavor is so different to them than it is to the people who like it. It's so wild.
Like the tequila keeping you up at night. It's like that.
It might be. Yeah, there might be more of us out there who have that tequila problem and either don't realize it or just deal with it. And
you do the worm whenever you get the tequila. You get that little.
Never
worm.
had the tequila worm.
Okay.
I don't know. It would have to take a lot of tequila for me to consider the worm.
Yeah. I think that's the idea, right? You have to be so drunk on the tequila that you get to a point where you just don't mind the worm because you're so drunk, right?
Exactly. That's what it'd have to be.
Yeah. I'm so not in that world. I don't know how those worms work. I don't know where they come from or why they're there in the first place. But hey, to everyone who loves having a worm at the bottom of their bottle, thumbs up to you. Whatever. Enjoy what you enjoy.
Nope.
Yeah, it's a big nope from me. All right. Michael Bay in the news. Filmmaker.
Sure.
Got Milk commercial maven of the 90s.
I forgot that he's did those.
Yep, those were big for him for a while. Music video director and now massively successful filmmaker. You could argue critically how things have gone, but financially seems like there's no question as to his dominance. But Michael Bay claims he was arrested at the Vatican City, right there in the middle of, Pope Town, Popeville. Mm-hmm. Admits in a video he had handcuffs on. He was arrested at the Vatican.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Famous filmmaker Michael Bay, best known for directing the Transformers movies. Is that true? That probably is his best known, isn't it?
Probably, yeah.
It should be
it's
The
what
Rock.
I think of. It's the first thing I think of when you say Michael Bay is the Transformers.
I just think I always, you know what? I don't know if this helps Michael Bay or not, but I think of The Rock first, and I'll always think of The Rock first. That's just how it'll be.
Let's play a little game. IMDb. Don't look.
Okay, I'm not looking.
I'm going to pull up Michael Bay. Tell me the 4 movies that come up as best known for.
And you're not saying outside of Transformers, you mean everything, right?
I'm saying whatever these 4 movies are that it shows.
Okay. I'm going to say...
What are the 4 movies that it shows known for Michael Bay?
One of them has got to be Transformers.
Number 4.
Okay.
Whatever order these are in, but it's like in 1, 2, 3, 4 is how I'm doing it.
All right. So we got Transformers. We're just going to call Transformers one of those. And then I'm going to guess that the rest of these mix it up a little. So I'm going to say Armageddon's on there.
That's number 1. Very good.
I'm going to say one of the Bad Boys. I guess do I have to be specific which Bad Boy's on there?
I'll say you don't have to be specific because none of the Bad Boys are among the 4.
Oh,
surprisingly.
damn. I'm surprised by that. Is The Rock on there?
The Rock is not either.
Holy shit. And now I'm depressed because I know what's left. Because Island's too obscure. It's not going to be on there, right? No Island? Okay.
Yeah.
What else? Let me think. Tell me this. Is there anything left that isn't a Transformers movie?
No. Everything else is a Transformers movie.
So I'll guess, of those, I'll guess Revenge of the Fallen's on there.
That's number 2.
And I'll guess the night with the word night in it. I forgot what that one's called. It's Optimus Prime with a sword, basically.
The Last Night.
The Last Night. Is that on there?
It's not on there. No.
Oh, I'm surprised. Okay. What's the other one? Can't be that terrible third one.
What's the third one
called? Or is it the fourth one? The Mark one's the fourth one. The third one is still Witwicky. Shit. That's a bummer to me. The Rock should be there. The Island should be there. Okay. Like, good stuff should be on there. I'm annoyed.
Yep. It is not the third one. It is the fourth one, Age of Extinction.
That's the poop. That's the one that's considered like the worst of all of them.
Oh,
like,
God.
Terrible.
Great.
No.
I know we've got it. I know it's coming up on Film Sack.
Oh, yeah. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. We're getting there. Yeah. If I was Thanos, I would say that movie, that fourth movie is inevitable. That's what I would say. Anyway, let's find out
And you
why.
would snap your fingers and erase half of the Transformers.
Oh, yeah,
movies.
yeah,
It'd be-
exactly.
It'd be great. Yeah,
Maybe
actually.
maybe only the if it's half the of Cybertronians, then maybe you'd get lucky and it would only kill Decepticons. Maybe that's how.
Oh,
that
I
works.
see what you're saying. So like keeps all the movies, but the Decepticons are, or you're just talking in the Transformers world. Thanos snaps his fingers,
Mm-hmm.
and half of the robots are gone.
Yeah,
So,
you get rid of all the mean ones, and you're just left with Optimus Prime and his pals.
if only he didn't get rid of all the supervillains, unfortunately.
No, he did not. Oh, that's a good point. Got a real good record with the supervillains.
How did he know? How did he know that wouldn't get rid of his little four posse, like his, Cull Obsidian, and the rest.
The rest. What was her name?
Orphan Black, and
What was Carrie Coon's character? She had a cool name.
yeah, it was Proxima Midnight.
Proxima Midnight. Yeah, how did he not know that he wasn't that? See, I call now Endgame. I got questions. I got issues.
I was like, it's a risk I was willing to take.
I guess so. Got real lucky. Rolled his dice well. All right. Anyway, this is what happened. He was arrested while trying to enter the restricted area of the Vatican. Bay shared a video on Instagram where he appeared to be in custody and wearing handcuffs. I wonder if the Catholic handcuffs are any different than normal ones. Like,
They're guilt-free.
Yeah.
Or guilt-full. Handcuffs with a lot of guilt on them.
got little crosses on them, and I don't know.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't know how else you do it. In the clip, Bay is seen standing at Vatican grounds, explaining what happened. Quote, "They are taking me to the prison. It's a local prison here," he says in the video. "So let me tell you, do not break into the Vatican. I got handcuffs on right now. I turned myself in," he says. Well, thank goodness he filmed it.
Yeah. By the way, Michael Bay, cut your damn hair. would
Yeah,
you?
well, but for real. There was a time there it was luxurious. Now it's like me. It's
For
all
sure.
stringy.
Now it's a little stringy.
Yeah, get rid of it. My hair is shit. I'm this close to shaving it because I hate it so much.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not like it's not falling out. It's just so damned thin now. It's like my mom's hair. My mom wore wigs for years, and I couldn't figure out why. Now I get it. I'm not gonna do a wig, but
Yeah.
Anyway, full details of the
Come
incident.
on.
I know.
Come
Look,
on.
we get the right level of Patreon. Maybe I'll get a wig. That'd be worth it. While full details of the incident are unclear, Bay admitted in the video he attempted to enter the restricted area, which ultimately led to his detention by the Vatican security guards. So who knows what he was up to there? I don't know why you'd try to. I mean, I don't care if you're Michael Bay or a normal, just regular guy who doesn't make Transformers movies. Why are you in there doing that? What are you doing?
Like trying to enter a restricted area at a country buffet, I'd be fine trying to do that. Trying to do it at like Disneyland or Disney World, okay, you're up in the level of danger to like 5.
Yeah.
Do it at the Vatican, handcuffs would probably be the easiest thing I could think of that would happen to you if you did that.
Yeah, don't forget those guys backed Hitler for a while when they thought he was winning. So
That's right.
I wouldn't be that comfortable over there. No offense to any hardcore Catholics out there.
Yeah.
Smugglers in the news trying to disguise as giant beetles. Sorry, smugglers try to disguise. I got that wrong. I got that way wrong. Smugglers tried to disguise giant beetles as Japanese snacks, and they did so unsuccessfully, and now they're in trouble. That is
I kind of like the idea of smugglers disguising themselves as really giant beetles.
yeah. Or all I picture.
Or maybe they're just. Oh, why don't we sing "Strawberry Fields Forever," Paul?
But they're huge. They're like 2 stories tall, walking around going, "Peace and love."
Exactly. I'm warning you with my 6 legs and peace and love.
Fighting a kaiju in the middle of town. It sounds like the stuff of nightmares, says this article. You open a bag of potato chips hoping for a snack only to find a 6-inch long stag beetle crawling inside the container. Now multiply that scenario 37 times. You know how some people have a thing with spiders, right? They're acrophobes or whatever. I have that with beetles, whatever that is. I don't know what the beetle equivalent is, but I freaking hate them.
Beetlemania is what that's called.
Is that it? Okay, because I don't like them. You give me like a crunchy ass looking,
really,
like a rhino beetle. Oh,
anything with a carapace, basically. Well, I guess ladybugs.
Ladybugs don't bother me, probably because they're small and cute. Whereas,
Okay.
but when a ladybug like goes full wingspan and like opens up to
Yeah.
fly, that's a horrifying moment. That's not
It
great.
is. It's exactly. It's like Iron Giant when he turns evil at the end of the movie.
Yeah, I don't like it. Not a fan of that at all.
Like
But I don't
that
know
at
what
all,
it is.
yeah.
Something about spiders don't bug me. I mean, poisonous and hairy ones, and they're not great.
Sure,
I don't
of
love
course.
them, but I'm not gonna die. And if somebody says, "Hey, do you want this tarantula to walk on you?" I'd say, "Sure, let's do it."
Yeah.
Like,
Have you've never done that?
no,
Never
I
done
did. I did when I had one. Remember the one that
Mm-hmm.
got killed by the praying mantis? I had that on my arm once.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and the frog. Poor things.
Yeah, I've done the tarantula in the hand at a butterfly pavilion, insectatorium or whatever it is.
Sure, you don't want to be covered in them, but you'll have one.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fine. And I'll
Would
even.
you ever-
Yeah.
Oh, would you ever do the beard of bees?
No. Hell no.
If like a professional
Oh no.
beekeeper did whatever it took, which is what, putting the queen on your chin or something.
Oh, it's just. Oh, that gives me actual anxiety. I couldn't do it.
Just thinking about it.
Yeah, bee. Could you do the bees, beard? The beard bees? Would look good on
Maybe
you,
with enough
dude.
tequila.
It would. You could get that big old freaking brown ass looking beard just all down here, all moving.
I think I would if it was a professional doing it, because you apparently, if you have somebody who knows what they're doing, you don't get stung. And if you are calm and you don't, the problem is you say, well, I'm not going to freak out, and you freak out, you get stung, right?
Yeah.
Is the thing.
Yeah,
So
still
maybe-
so dependent
I
on
don't know.
your own anxiety levels, and you can hold really still, but they can sense if you're internally freaking out, right? They can sense
They
like
probably can sense pheromones you give off, or feel your heartbeat increasing or
yeah,
something.
they think the queen's in trouble.
Might be a threat. Yeah.
Yeah, they don't want that. I don't think I could do it. That is one thing I think it
Yeah.
would be. That and like tightrope walking, any kind of height.
Oh, yeah, no. Tightrope walking. I did tightrope walking where you're holding a rope above you
Yeah.
and still was like to where was almost sideways.
Well, that thing you did in Vegas, I couldn't do either. You've done a thing I can't do. I can't do the
stratosphere.
Yeah, I don't care how safe, how harnessed, how common, everyday, whatever. I just can't. I can't do that. I feel like my body would eat itself before it would let me walk off the edge. Which that doesn't make any sense. Like, what does that even mean?
I know. Yeah.
But I feel like it would be
is,
just like, I just turn
it's
into
no
a ball.
surprise, but basically, I mean, it is the stepping off the platform that is the hardest part. And they won't push you. You just basically have to step off the platform yourself.
You did great with that. I was
That was
impressed.
fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
The only part I
Looked
didn't like that looked like not
Jesus coming
fun.
down.
Yeah, you look like Jesus with a seriously tight crotch wrap.
Big wedgie.
Yeah.
There was no getting out of the wedgie coming down.
For those who've never seen this, where is this? I have this somewhere. Oh, here it is.
Yeah.
I should probably change the name of this file. It's called Transibit, which means transparent,
Oh.
but I don't mean it the way it sounds. But look at that. This is him coming down off that thing. Look at the bright
Yeah.
Nevada sun.
Big fat padded jumpsuit that they make you wear over all your existing clothes. And you keep in mind, I wear a t-shirt, a shirt over it, and then a pair of pants. So it's like it looks like I got quite the fupa going on there. But that's all.
Yeah, it's all just bunched up material.
It's bunched up. You can see how high the pant legs are above my shoes because it's all bunched up.
Yeah, you're even getting some cool wind resistance in the pits, like you got like bat wings almost back there.
Oh yeah, a little bit.
What's this on your hand? I never noticed it before. The little glove.
That is that's the thing for the camera that they provide.
Oh. Okay,
Or maybe that's the camera I brought because they let me bring my own camera as well.
So you're holding. I'm gonna try to blow it up a little. You're holding a. Oh, okay. I don't know what. Maybe I cut out whatever that is. Maybe I took it out of the image. I don't know.
I don't know. Now that I see that, I don't know.
I don't know either. Plus, the other hand, you got like a barcode on this wrist over here. What's that about? What is
That's
that?
probably the stamp to say here's the person that's jumping, so I can get past the. Past the.
This is great. Let's do like this.
The velvet rope.
We go. Whee.
Yep, me and KT Data and oh my god, there were like five of us, five TMSers that did it one right after the other.
KT Data never afraid to do a weird thing like this.
No.
That guy's a fearless
The
bastard.
guy can consume an entire table full of dim sum and then Katsumi. Thank you, Bobby. Yes, Katsumi.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the We're the Stratosphere family.
I feel like Kevin has the metabolism I had when I was like 17.
I know.
I'd love to have that again.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so back to this.
Yes, sorry, Michael Bay. We're still on Michael Bay?
No, we're on the Japanese.
On the Beatles.
Yeah, the Beatles. The disgusting, crusty-ass Beatles. Anyway, last month at the Los Angeles International Airport, according to a February 5th announcement from the Canadian or U.S. Customs and Border Protection, where agricultural specialists seized over 3 dozen packages, although intended to resemble various Japanese chips, chocolate, and other food items. Each bag contained or housed a smuggled amount of invasive insects frequently coveted by collectors in the black market. So people want these.
Jeez.
I don't know why you'd want them. I wouldn't want them, but
But basically, it's like we're sneaking it through in what looks like a Costco package of Frito-Lay snacks, and it's really full of beetles and
It says here, CBP spokesperson says enthusiasts, I guess beetle enthusiasts, enjoy seeing them fight against each other during the mating season. So this is the why you do them. These are people with
Beetle Fight! Beetle Fight! I have so much money. Please bring in the Beatles to fight. I need you. Flawless victory!
That's so lame. I want to see the remaining living Beatles fight. I want to see. John,
Paul McCartney,
Paul
and Ringo Starr.
Yeah, put them in a cage match. Let's see who's left standing. With peace and love, I'll do this
peace
move.
And love. We'll chuck these Beatles in the bin.
What would his that'd be his finishing move? Peace and love. But what would it be?
Right. What would like Paul's be?
Well, what would if
Paul's would be the obla di obla da. I would just give them the obla di obla da.
But life, and then he'd say, "But life doesn't go on, bitch," or something like that. That's amazing.
Right, exactly.
That would be great. We're never going to get to see that.
Let it be.
Let it be.
Try to do the John. John is a little more nasal. Hey, Paul, let it be. Let it be, Paul.
That's a really good John.
Thanks. I've never tried to do one before, but he's like...
Dang it, your best impression is of one of the dead Beatles. Of the, It's like Ken Kratz, and you just...
Sure.
Your best work are people that
James,
no one knows, and James,
Yeah.
Although everyone come to Vegas and meet James if you haven't met him. He's great.
Oh my gosh, he's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll talk to him and you'll go, wait a minute, are you Brian Ibbett? Because that voice is dead on. Here's another one. Now we're going to an aquarium, but we're also staying in the bug world a little bit.
Okay.
The Via Aquarium in Schenectady, New York, is offering.
I love Schenectady.
You did an install there?
Never been there, but I love the name.
Yeah.
Schenectady.
It's fun to say, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It says here Via. I don't know what Via, the VIA or Via Aquarium. Let's see.
I guess, yeah. It probably stands for something like the VI Aquarium.
Oh, that'd be great if it was VI Aquarium.
The VIA Aquarium.
Yeah. Dr. Calhoun in here. Is he enjoying that? Must be.
The hot water heater.
Yeah. This Valentine's Day, they're doing these cockroach sponsorships for Valentine's Day. And this day is now a few days old. So, as you know, there's no more Valentine's Day that's coming up. It's now behind us. But anyway, in Schenectady, they offered a hilariously petty yet oddly endearing way to mark the holiday. For just $1, you can sponsor a cockroach and have it named after the special someone in your life. So you could have a cockroach named Tina.
Great.
I could have one named Kim.
Tina the cockroach. She would be so flattered.
Yeah, wouldn't she? I mean, I can't imagine why our wives wouldn't want this in their lives to be compared to or named after cockroach or have cockroach.
Right, yeah, they'd be so flattered.
Yeah.
What an honor.
Yeah.
I'm even on their FAQ page. This is not a good FAQ page because the most frequently asked question has to be, why Via?
Yeah.
What is Via?
Yeah, so that's how you know it's wrong right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I love a good, and when I say good, I mean like a really, truly curated, frequently updated, frequently asked questions. If done right, they are some of the best pieces of information on the internet, no matter what the thing is you're looking at.
For sure, yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw a good FAQ. It's been a long time.
And having an FAQ page helps your SEO, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's
Google looks to see if you've got an FAQ page. Even if it only has 3 things on it, having an FAQ page for whatever reason boosts your...
Is that why so many of them are so half-assed? Is it because they're...
It might be. It might be why this one's so half-assed.
Lame.
I'm gonna wager, by the way. Pull up I'll give you the link to the V Aquarium.
Sure.
I'm sensing a little AI on a couple of their images here.
Let's take a look.
I think so. If you scroll down to their little 6 panels.
Oh, hell yeah, these are AI.
The underwater world awaits. General admission, I think that's an AI photo.
So is that lizard. I guarantee it.
Oh, the lizard. You think? The lizard I thought might be real.
100%.
But the little kid looking up, I think might be AI.
100%. The only one that looks sort of real to me is the stingray feedings, possibly, but even that's questionable. But these for other two, that girl and that lizard, fake as hell.
Yeah. Really? I can scroll down. That one on the left there, I think, is also. And obviously the center one is.
I don't think any of these kids are not real. You can get away with the center one. There's no way.
Right.
It's all fake.
The center one you can get away with.
Yeah, these are all bullshit. Thanks a lot, VI. Via AI is what it should be called.
That's right. The VAI Aquarium.
Yeah, the VIA. They need to swap that to be VIA or VIE or whatever. Virtual AI Aquarium. Nothing looks real.
Fish has 6 fingers.
Lame-o. Oh, you know what? That's funny you brought that up. Let me show you something here. This is great.
All right.
My favorite AI faux pas of recent years, maybe.
Ooh, can't wait.
Here it is. I can share this with the world. This made me laugh so hard this morning. Somebody shared this on Blue Sky, and I just laughed. Here it is. Okay, so whoever put up this post, I think this is on Prime. Dog Day Afternoon, the movie, Oscar winner. It's got the star rating and all this stuff.
Fantastic movie.
Says a man takes hostages at a bank in Brooklyn. Unfortunately, I do not have enough information to summarize further within the provided guidelines.
That's on IMDb?
Somebody either pasted or it auto did or whatever, but they're just using like prompt info from the GPT prompt they did.
Oh my god! Or is this is this IMDb or is this a
It's Prime, Amazon
It's one
Prime.
of the streaming services. Prime, you said that.
Yeah,
okay.
Prime
Hilarious.
Video.
Unfortunately, I do not have enough information to summarize.
I'm going to go search and see if they've fixed it by now because they probably have.
Yeah,
but let's
that's
see.
absolutely hilarious.
Afternoon. It says. Let's see if it did it. They fixed it.
Oh, bummer.
That's funny. All right. Well, yeah, of course they would. They'd get wind of that and then fix it. But I love when crap like this happens.
That's great. That's so funny.
Yeah. Well done, guys. Well done. All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Bill's swapping out for Dan this week. He's going to be with us today and talk about the world of making things. And it's fortuitous timing because he's making something really cool. I don't want to give it away, so we'll let him explain here coming up after this song choice from Brian to play.
You know, Scott, I'm a big fan when a band's single kind of feels like it goes with their name. Probably the best example of that is the song Hocus Pocus by the band named Focus.
Oh, yeah.
Or the song Popcorn by the band called Hot Butter.
Is that true? They really did that? They have that song?
Yeah, that.
Oh.
That song with the...
That's Popcorn?
That's called Popcorn. I can't... Right now, my mouth is too dry. I can't do the popcorn sound. But,
sure. Yeah.
Anyway, here's a band called The Worriers, and their new album is called Trust Your Gut.
All right, I like it.
This is the title track from the album. So good. These guys are awesome. Trust Your Gut by The Worriers.
Suppose, for instance, that you want to get a closer look at, well, say my necklace.
Masquerading as a god?
All right. That was awesome, except I haven't heard it yet, and I will later. Brian, who was that one more time so I know who it was?
Sure, that is the band called The Worriers, or just Worriers. They're a band that doesn't do the thing. With a song called Trust Your Gut from the brand new album of the same name.
Nice. It's good advice, too. Trust your gut. You know? Unless it's your gut's telling you to rob a bank.
No,
don't do that.
I agree. You should, well, yeah, okay. Then your gut has other problems.
Yeah, if your gut is saying kill those people at the park, maybe don't trust your gut.
But chances are you've had a big problem with your gut before, and you know not to trust it. If that's the first time your gut has ever led you astray, I'd be surprised.
Yeah, it's a slow lead up to when your gut tells you to kill somebody. Yeah, I agree.
For sure.
Yeah, you got big problems you should have dealt with years ago. All right, we are going to pull in one Bill Duran. Hold on 1 second here while I do such a thing. Punish prop, Scott, not Bill. There we go. Okay. And, getting them early, getting them often. find out what's going on in his world. Here you go.
There's still something wrong, isn't there, Bill?
Oh, it's our old pal Bill Duran up in the Pacific Northwest as he continues to run the massive machine, cogs and wheels that are punishprops.com. Bill, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Good morning. Happy to be chatting with you all so soon.
Yeah, right. We're doing a little early, week early, and not a dollar short, though. Actually, it's really good timing. I happen to know that you're going to bring up something that's like tied to a release date today.
Oh, yeah.
Unless you did early access, today a very fantastic new video game's coming out, and it turns out Bill's got all the right friends in the right places and got to do some cool stuff. So I'm going to let you explain while I go check my download status on the game Avowed.
Perfect.
Wow.
So we got a new video up on the YouTube channel there. The folks over at Xbox reached out to see if we wanted to do a sponsored video for Avowed.
Oh, cool. I've been hearing about this.
Oh, yeah. And it was already on my Steam wish list, so it was an easy yes.
Yeah. You knew
Every once in a while that something like that happens, the stars align.
You knew we were going to get it.
Like
I mean, it's freaking Obsidian. Obsidian doesn't make bad video games. They don't know how to.
I know. So. And I loved Outer Worlds. I can't wait to play the next one. I'm hoping we have a relationship now and they'll want me to make something for Outer Worlds too.
Yeah, dude. I hope so too. That's coming. That's a big year for them. Two of their biggest games in a year. It's going to be awesome. So excited. So I know Avowed is like, for those not in the know, like think first person. Although there is a third-person mode, but first-person action-based RPG, maybe Skyrim elements, but kind of their own thing too. What in that world would they ask you to make? I assume probably a weapon or whatever.
Yeah, we were really fortunate that they just sent us a ton of the art of all the props, and they were like, I don't know, pick something. So we got to pick whatever we wanted. I actually wanted to make the mask of one of the villains. But there's like a collector's edition that includes that mask. Someone already made it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they sent me one.
Cool.
So, and I got to find out who made this mask because it's exceptional. It's really, really well done. And I'm sure someone I know made it, but I got to reach out.
Sure.
Do you show the mask at all, by the way, in the video? I'm scrubbing through to see.
No, we didn't get it by the time that we finished the video.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay.
They did, however, send me a code early, so I have already beaten the game.
Jerk!
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
Well done.
This is Bill's final segment here on the show, and
I spent a week. All I did was play the game and build an axe from the game. It was actually quite a lot of fun.
That's great.
That's a lot of Avowed in one week. Sure.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, and one of the companions, I didn't realize until halfway through the game. One of the companions, I was like, this guy is my ride or die bro. He's always in my party. And I realized it's the same voice actor of Garrus the Carrion.
He's Garrus, dude.
Oh, it's Garrus.
I know. As soon as I heard that, I thought of you. I almost sent you a message and went, Garrus is in this new game. But of course, you were playing it, so you knew that. But man, the love that Garrus has is universal and unchanging. No one doesn't like Garrus. So it's having that voice actor back is pretty great. It's really good. Yeah.
So anyway, we built an axe from the game. I went with the Superb axe. We picked that one because it's got a really striking design with a bunch of hand sculpted stuff on it. Different than I normally do. I don't do a lot of hand sculpting. But there were a lot of really fun things to pick from. We went with the Superb axe. And of course, we made it mostly out of EVA foam. We're foam fans around here.
Mm-hmm. Smiths, you might say. You might be foam
Smiths from foam.
Plus 3D printing, something like that. Very heavy.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I made patterns. So if anyone else wants to go make this, we got free patterns to go download. We made most of it from EVA foam with something like an axe handle. You want to reinforce it. So I have these orange fiberglass rods. You would use them to like mark your driveway in the snow. They just sell them at the hardware store.
Oh,
great for reinforcing prop handles.
Never even. That's wild. You guys, the way you guys figure out this shit, it's crazy to me.
I know. Well, it's because for a long time nobody was making products specifically for all this, so we just had to go to the hardware store and figure out what would work.
Wow.
So yeah, we used those fiberglass rods for reinforcement, and then the real work on this was all that sculpting, all that hand sculpting. We used an epoxy clay. There are a couple different brands that make it. It's a 2-part clay You mix it together, and then once it's mixed, you have about an hour before it solidifies. So you have a good amount of working time, and you can put really fine detail into this epoxy clay. So all of the filigree, and there's a golden ram's head on it. It was all hand sculpted. Brittany helped a bunch with this, so we both put our art school skills to work. And it took 2 days to do the sculpting. We did one half of it one day, let it cure, did the other half the next day.
Nice.
And then painting. We tried to do everything kind of by hand, so if people want to follow along, they don't need any fancy tools. All of the painting was done with brushes, just hand painted, and then sealed with PVA and weathered.
Nice.
A real classic foam smithing build.
Yeah, it sounds like it. But also all the handwork, the kind of hand carvy stuff that you had to do. It sounds like that's, like you said, you don't do it very often. You like a challenge like that, right? You like a project like that. That's great.
I remember my buddy Jimmy DeResta did a video years ago where he wanted to make something out of a piece of wood. So he went into his property, found a dead tree, and cut it down with a handsaw. He owns chainsaws, but people were saying, Jimmy, why don't you just cut it with a chainsaw? He said, I want to make sure I still know how to use a handsaw.
That's great.
Just bust those skills out every once in a while just to knock the rust off and make sure you're still good at it.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Well, this looks awesome, and I'm so excited for the game. I've been waiting forever. I almost did the early access thing last week, but I was like, it's a bit much. It's a lot. It's like $100. I'm like, just to get an extra 5 days. So it's on Game Pass, which is where I'm going to play it on my PC today, later
on
when I get a chance.
Xbox Series S and X and Game Pass Ultimate.
Yep. And there's a chance.
The copy they sent me.
there's rumor that Outer Worlds 2, their next game, is coming to PlayStation day and date as well. Which is a new kind of thing happening at Microsoft. They're putting a lot of their stuff on PlayStation, and kind of anywhere the stuff will play, they want it to be. So I have a feeling this one will end up on that list. And it's getting great reviews. Like I'm really stoked. I can't wait to play it. Big, deep RPG. Oh man.
Yeah. It is dense. The world is dense with stuff to find. That's what I love. I love exploring these worlds, finding secret passages full of loot.
Yeah,
treasure.
Right?
There's a ton of that.
It brings you back to the kind of the Skyrim vibe. And this is the team, they famously did Fallout New Vegas, my favorite Fallout game. And I just love Obsidian. There's nothing bad to say.
They did Grounded too, as well.
Yep. You made that. And speaking of axes, you made an axe for that too. Yeah,
that's right. That kind of kicked all this off. Brittany made that for fun, then mailed it to them. Just sent it to Obsidian's headquarters.
Yeah.
And they that kind of started this whole thing. They met us at Dragon Con. One of us was there with a bunch of Obsidian merch for us. So yeah, we made that axe, mailed it to him. We didn't ask for anything, just mailed it to him, and that kind of got the ball rolling on all this.
Nice. There's a lesson in that, creators. Sometimes you just gotta...
a lot of the projects that we have sort of in relationships we've cultivated over the last 15 years. Are that we would offer our time or things. I gave Scott. Do you remember when I gave away the Warglaive?
Yes.
A Protoss probe and Gym Raiders. That was
a big deal.
What I would charge for that amount of work nowadays?
I know, right?
Staggering.
Yeah, you're in the many thousands of dollars of content that you put out that day as a giveaway. It's crazy.
But there are so many examples. That's how I got in with Tested. I contributed props to their yearly charity thing. So a little lesson there.
I thought the mask from The Mask was handy, but I can't reach it. It's way over there. I was going to show it to people. Anyway, following punishprops.com and of course the YouTube channel is the place to keep up with all this stuff. And if you're going to be playing Avowed, this might be a little fun extra second screen business for you while you are. Bill, you got a little bonus for us this week before we go?
Oh, I do. This is cool. Alex Steele, the blacksmith over on YouTube, has been trying to make Damascus steel with layered steel, basically with steel and titanium, which are two metals that do not get along. So he's been experimenting with this. The video I sent to you, he made a chef's knife out of it. And it's just really neat. He's doing all this testing.
Watching him bending in the vise and it just flipping back at him.
Yeah.
This is one of those guys where you're just like, man, safety first, buddy. And I'm sure
Totally, yeah.
He does a pretty good job.
Glasses.
Yeah.
He does a pretty good job. I think one of his recent videos was sponsored by a safety glasses company. So
oh, there you go then. That's
heading in the right direction.
Perfect fit. Now that's cool. So a usable like stainless steel knife that a chef could use to.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
One of the neat things about titanium is when you heat it, it will, or you can anodize it to get all these wacky colors, which is so neat. So he's trying to do some of that. It's just neat to see someone who's got all the equipment he needs, all the materials he needs to really experiment with this sort of material science type things.
Well, look for the aptly named Alec Steele. It's not spelled Steele, but still, it's pretty good combo names there for a guy that's making knives out of giant slabs of metal. Anyway, go find that. And of course, punishprops.com for all things Bill and Brittany and all that fun stuff over there. Dude, it's great to talk to you.
So good. Well, have a great week, friends.
Yeah, man.
You too.
We'll see you next time. All right.
Very cool.
We did it.
Putting those links, by the way, on quicktms.li for folks who don't listen live.
Nice.
Go find them.
A wonderful resource all week long, everybody. Use it.
Yeah.
Or lose it. Real quick, the reason Dan wasn't here today was getting a haircut, so everyone tease him next time he's on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah. Just give him a little hell for it. Just say, haircut more important than your...
These things are usually really easy to schedule around other things. Like usually you can, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can schedule a haircut fairly specifically. Times don't fill up as fast for those, but you know.
Yeah, or you could totally go full, dumpster dive and have your wife do it like me. You just go as cheap as possible and have Kim do it at 4:00 in the afternoon.
Floby. The old Floby.
I'm as close to Floby as you're going to get when it comes to hair. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't do anything fancy. But anyway, good luck to him, and we'll see him next week instead of this week. One quick thing, a recommendal for us from a listener. This is from Chris D. Chris D, we got to get that D, Brian. Chris D's.
Get that D.
Get that D from Chris. Chris says for recommendals, if that's how you spell it, that's as close as you get. I do two C's. Yeah. I don't think it matters. We made it up. So, well, technically Nicole made it up, but anyway, if that's how you spell it, something the Lord made is the name of this movie. It's a strange pairing, but Mos Def and Alan Rickman are phenomenal. Whoa. That is a weird pairing. For sure.
That is a very weird pairing, yeah.
He says it's an HBO, didn't know anything going on, but it's an amazing movie, or didn't know anything going in, amazing movie. 45-year-old man here. I cried a couple of times. Do yourselves a favor and watch. So, sounds interesting. I don't know what this is. It must be a little older if it's got Alan Rickman in it, because he passed some years ago.
He did, yeah.
What is it? Something the Lord made. Let's see.
Something the Lord made, yeah. Never even heard of this. So, and Mos Def, wow.
Yeah, but what a weird thing. Plus, he's kind of not acting as much as he used to. Oh, look at that.
He's not in those they're not Army of Thieves. What's the Gerard Butler?
Thieves
Guild? They're Thieves.
Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves. That's it.
Some thieves deal. We know
that's 50 Cent in those.
Okay, here it is. Something the Lord made, 2004.
Masterson?
Yeah, it's reviewed well, too. IMDb has it at 8.1. That's about as high as you get on IMDb.
Nice.
It's on Max. I might check this out and recommend it.
Yeah.
I don't have anything this week, so maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Oh, there you go. Watch it tonight. Yeah, I've got something fun.
I think I'm going to do this. It says, so the summary is a dramatization of the relationship between heart surgery pioneers Alfred Blaylock and Vivian Thomas. All right, I'm in.
Cool.
Looks like it's set in the 50s or something. 40s maybe?
30s.
30s? Yeah, hard to tell. I do like Charles Dutton. He's not in this stuff.
Yeah. And Merritt Weaver.
Merritt
Weaver.
Oh, not Merritt Weaver. Wait.
This says Merritt Weaver, but...
Is that her? I love her.
There's a picture as Mrs. Saxon Merritt Weaver.
And she... so this must be like early for her. 04.
Yeah, probably.
I love her, dude.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm caught up on...
When was Nurse Jackie? That was...
right around
that.
That
was
right?
early 2000s too, yeah. So probably right around that time.
Wait, it's late 2000s because it was after Sopranos. So it would have been like...
Oh, right.
Post 07. So this must have been a really early thing for her.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, we'll check it out. Thanks for the recommendation. Appreciated. And a quick reminder, if you'd like to send in your text, you can. Just keep using that number we've given you before, 801-471-0462. But the new way to call in, if you want to do a voice call, voiceline.app/TMS. Simple Pimple Dimple. And it's up on our website, so you don't have to search for it. Not a hard thing to find if you can't remember it. But it works really well. Let's see if anybody's used it so far, Brian, just for funsies.
Oh, yeah. See if we've got anything. Sure.
Somebody might have by now. All right. We're
just
pulling
like
it
Simple
up.
Pimple Dimple.
That's pretty good, right? Oh, we already have, we've got 4 calls in waiting.
Cool.
Nick from Ottawa. Brian. Oh, no, wait. Ian sent something in. This is great. Look at you guys. I won't play them yet because we'll save them for shows, but, it's exciting stuff. Thank you for doing that. Again, that is voiceline.app/TMS. And huge thanks. Let's give them some real named credit here to Aethrum. It's A-T, sorry, how would you say this? A-E-T-H-R-U-M. Aethrum?
Aethrum, yeah,
Okay.
That's how I'd pronounce it. Whether it's right or wrong, but that's at least how I'd pronounce it.
He said he'd be checking out the show today, so if he is listening, huge thanks to him again. This thing is freaking rad, and I'm going to recommend it to all my podcaster buddies because it's really cool.
So cool.
Something we've been looking for a while. All right, that is going to do it for the show. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything you're looking for. Brian, the only thing I don't have is a song to play today yet, so you're going to tell me about it.
I've got one. Oh, I'm so glad you asked because I actually happen to have one. Again, catching up with all the birthdays that we missed, going back to February 5th and Squishy. Yay, happy birthday, Squishy.
Love Squishy.
Squishy says, hey, Yakko and Wacko. I love starting my mornings with you all, and I'd love to make this one an extra special one. Could you please give me a birthday shout-out on or around February 8th? I've been a huge fan ever since the Snowbird Nertacular with the elevator drop experience and tune in live almost daily. Like it's a ride. The Snowbird elevator drop experience.
Yeah.
I plan on attending the TMS Vegas this year so we can hang out IRL and party to the late nights.
Oh.
Thanks for making mornings better and keep up the awesome work. Your show is the highlight of my morning. All the best, Squishy.
Well, Squishy, you get one of these then.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, man.
Yeah. Favorite celebration cover right now is, excuse me, the only prompt that Squishy gave me. So this is something that I was amazed to discover. I love Susanna Hoffs. I love the albums that she and Matthew Sweet did, taking decade after decade and doing covers of some of the biggest songs from those decades. Something I didn't realize is that 2 years ago, she released her own cover album called The Deep End. It's awesome. And it includes this great cover of the Rolling Stones' Under My Thumb. Listen for the kitty cat noise. Here is Under My Thumb by Susanna Hoffs.
Roses are red, and I love to dance. When I'm looking for great shows, I go to frogpants.com.